Hey guys, Juicy today back with another video. We're going to be looking at Premier League predictions for tomorrow's fixtures coming for the last day December until the New Year's coming as well. So let's get into it. So the first game at 12:30 kickoff, Luton be taking on Chelsea at Luton's ground. To be honest, it's going to be a really interesting game. Both teams have been playing really well. They've been winning their games last week. Got a good result. Luton beat Sheffield United 3-2. You know, while Sheffield United scored their own goal and Luton were in the lead, so they won that game against Sheffield United. While Chelsea, they bounced back with a winning ways against Crystal Palace. So but it's not going to be easy. It's at Luton's ground. Can Chelsea get another result? They've been up and down lately for the season, but I think, there's a 50-50 chance they might get a draw or win. But Luton in a row, they're not a joke team. Like, they're not a team that you should be messing with. They're not a team that you should take on lightly because Luton are a very good team and they're going to be really difficult to deal with. So, yeah, both teams going to be really well. It's going to be really competitive. So, for that game, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw again for Chelsea and Luton. So, fair result, and they deserve to win. They deserve to get a point. So, anyways, 2-2 draw, fair result. So, yeah, anyways, move on. Crystal Palace will be taking on Brentford, and yeah, so Crystal Palace they have lost against Chelsea, and after drew against Man City recently, yeah, Crystal Palace hasn't been playing that great. They've been, poor. They've been poor like for a couple of weeks now. They lost like a few games right now, and they lost to Chelsea as well last week. But they did put a good fight against them, but unfortunately they lost and they had a bad record as well. The manager is still a little bit under pressure still, but against Brentford haven't been playing that great as well. So they lost against Wolves at home 4-1. You know, I thought Brentford would put up a good fight, but it turns out they have a little couple of injuries, and Wolves, despite of them losing to Wolves, they got Crystal Palace tomorrow, and it's not going to be a very easy game. So for that game, I'm going to go 2-1 Crystal Palace. So yeah, 2-1 Crystal Palace, and I think they're going to win that game as well. So, anyways, we move on to the next one. Everton will be taking on Wolves. Ooh, that's a really good game. But despite on Everton lost against Man City, they played really well. But against Wolves are excellent, for the season. They have beaten Tottenham, they have beaten Chelsea, and they scored against Wolves 4-1 last week. Gary O'Neill's doing a great job as a manager as Wolves. And yeah, I think Wolves so far they've been brilliant so far this season. So I'm looking at it. It's gonna be a really tight game, but I think I'm gonna go 2-1 Wolves. I think Wolves should, win it and win it at the end, and and it's gonna be a good new year for Wolves, and I think Wolves gonna be doing really well next year. And I'm looking forward to see what they do next. So, anyways, we'll move on. Man City take on Sheffield United. Well, we have been playing really great last week against Everton, beating them 3-0. And to be honest, it was really good performance. We made a comeback against Everton last week. Against Sheffield United, they did play really well at first against Luton in a couple first half and second half until they bottled it and they lost against Luton. So, yeah, it's going to be really good. But I think, I don't see Luton getting a sniff against Man City. I don't see Luton, like, getting the result against Man City. So for that game, I'm going to go for 4-0 win Man City. So I think we should win 4-0 and, done and dusted. Like, we're only like top four and we're right behind 2 points Aston Villa and 3 points Arsenal, the team that dropped against West Ham. So I'm going to go 4-0 win and we should get a win at the end, and hopefully get some cup players in the January. So yeah. Anyways, we move on. Aston Villa takes on Burnley, and yeah, Aston Villa was shocking against United last week. You know, they were 2-0 up at Old Trafford and they end up bottled it. Like, absolutely shocking. Against Burnley, like, Burnley did lose their games as well. They haven't been playing really well recently. But when you look at it, both teams need to get a point. So it's going to be really tough. But I think Aston Villa should get get a point and win at home because Aston Villa have been strong at home, but they got a poor away record. It's just their record's been really bad, you know, this season. Like they've been really bad for like the season. Not really bad, but it's just like their away record was terrible in past seasons. So at home, yeah, Aston Villa strong at home, so I'm gonna go for a 3-0 win Aston Villa over Burnley. You know, Burnley are still, under pressure, and the manager is still under pressure as well. They haven't won their game recently, but Villa should win this game 3-0, and they got the Conference League competition, so they need to take that serious and, hope they can win the title for the next season. They win it. But anyways, we'll move on to the next one. Um, we got Nottingham Forest taking on Man United. You know, Nottingham Forest, they got a great win over Newcastle, 3-1. And yeah, Nottingham Forest been playing really well. And I'm not gonna lie, Nuno is doing a great job. At first I thought Nuno's gonna, not do a great job, and he's gonna find it really difficult to get a result against a place like Newcastle. But he turned it around, and he's doing a great job, in Nottingham Forest against Man United. Like, Ten Hag finally saved his job because there was pressure on him, saying he's going to get sacked. But turns out he saved his job by beating Aston Villa, 3-2 with a huge comeback from Man United so far. And Man United, despite of being very poor in a couple games recently, losing to West Ham, losing to Bournemouth, drawing against Liverpool, and lose to Bayern Munich in the Champions League in their last group stage, they've been knocked out. I think Man United are not that bad, but they need to seriously like knock it down and get points, and try and get some good results as possible. But it's not going to be really easy. So for that game, I'm gonna go. It's at Nottingham Forest ground, so I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. So it's gonna be really tough, but if Nuno, yeah, does a great job, if he somehow gets another good result, I think it's gonna be great. So Nuno's doing a good job, so I'm gonna go 1-1 because Nottingham Forest is a difficult place to go to. They haven't really had the best so far in the season, but it's a difficult place to go to, so I think they're gonna nick it and get the draw 1-1. So, anyways, we'll move on to Sunday. Man, ooh, who we got? We got Fulham take on Arsenal. Ooh, that's gonna be a difficult game to go to. Nottingham Forest. They've been playing really well. They've been scoring 5 goals lately in 2 games against West Ham and Nottingham Forest. And they've been playing other games. They've been doing really great so far in the season. But they did lose against Bournemouth last week, 3-0 in a poor result against them. Now is that Curtin Cottage at home against Arsenal. They'll be hosting, but it's not going to be really easy. And looking at it right now, Arsenal, yeah, they did lose against West Ham, you know, yesterday, unfortunately. 2-0. The players were really poor. They're not at it. They didn't show some fight, mentality, character, hunger as well. So it's gonna be really tough to look at the results after that game against West Ham, and now they dropped, they dropped 2 points, and now Liverpool are like in top of the league. So Arsenal got a game in hand. If they want to win this Sunday, and if they want to be top of the league, they must go there and beat Fulham. But question is, can I see Arsenal dropping points? No. So for that game, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win Arsenal. So yeah, I think Arsenal should win 2-1, and they'll be top of the league until like New Year, and then Liverpool probably win their games at home against Newcastle. So yeah. So anyways, we'll move on. We got a few games to go. So we got Bournemouth taking on Tottenham at White Hart Lane on Sunday kickoff. It's going to be really tough because Tottenham, they did lose against Brighton 4-2 after that horrendous result that Tottenham lost again. Like first West Ham, and they bounced back to a win against 2-1 against Everton, a tricky game, and now they lost against Brighton like yesterday. It's been a disaster so far this season, and they now lost a couple of games, and Tottenham needs to bounce back and regroup again if they want to get to the top four and stay up. But against Bournemouth, like Bournemouth have been brilliant in the road lately. Like boy, they've been cooking. They beat Fulham, Man United. They getting some great result, and that manager, Bournemouth, he's doing an amazing job getting results. Solanke with a great performance. Like he's the one that I aspire the most, to be honest. And all the other players were excellent as well against Fulham. The creativity, the the mentality, not just that, and also the fight and the hunger and the passion of willingly never giving up, and it shows a lot of fight. So it's going to be a really tough game, and Tottenham, they do have a lot of injuries, and who else? Bazuma suspended, and who else? Mamiro is gone, and all other players are like injured at the moment. So in a Tottenham list of Tottenham players who are injured at the moment, but it's gonna be really tough. So for that game, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. I think Bournemouth have been cooking the season so far, and I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw, and I think they're gonna win it. So yeah, they're not gonna win it, but in their away form, I'm not sure about Bournemouth's away form, but they can try and get a win. They'll do really well. So yeah, so I think they'll win it and get a result and get a job done. So anyways, move on. We've got 2 games to go coming. Liverpool take on Newcastle at Anfield. Ooh. Question is, there's going to be questions for Newcastle. Are Newcastle on their form dropping after those recent games? Lost to Luton, they lost to Nottingham Forest back to back. 2 poor defeats in a row. Absolutely shocking. And to make matter worse, right? They've got a lot of injuries as well, and Eddie Howe is there's gonna be some little bit of pressure on Eddie Howe, but I don't think it's nothing too serious. So as long as Newcastle regroup and try and get the players back as soon as possible, but I don't see them getting their win against Liverpool because at Anfield. Because Liverpool are in a different animal. They're on a different run for the season, and they've been playing really great. And they've been like since they lost against Tottenham in a previous month on I think September. Liverpool, they've been doing really well recently, and they've been doing great. So looking at it, it's gonna be tough, but it's on a new year, and I think I'm gonna go for 3-1 Liverpool. And last not least, West Ham takes on Crystal Palace. the two teams that got a result yesterday and they played well, and it's gonna be a good battle. And it's gonna be a really tough match. And it's gonna be really tight because West Ham have been playing a different form, and they beat Arsenal 2-0 at the Emirates. Like West Ham finally got that result for like years now, for a while, since Sam Bilic was in charge. But spite of winning Arsenal, that was a massive win. Brighton, they got an absolutely crazy win against Tottenham. They got a good win against Tottenham. So both teams going to be playing really well, and it's going to be a really good game to watch. It's going to be interesting. So it's at London Stadium. So looking at it right now, it's going to be really tough. But I'm going to go for 2-1 win West Ham to win it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go 2-2. It's gonna be a good game. There's gonna be a lot of goals, but I think a 2-2 draw will be a fair result for both teams, and they've been playing incredible. So yeah, so that's it for the video. Share, like, and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what your predictions are for those games lately. And if you don't get, we are 2 days 2 days close until the very new year. Hope you guys have a great day, and spend time with your family and your friends, and enjoy as much as possible, because the new year's coming. And hopefully guys, I will see you in a new year and a new video guys. Peace out everyone, take care and enjoy your day guys. Bye.